Well, the first half, we for sure had the better territorial advantage and possession. Again, I thought our shape troubled them, for good periods of the game. We were certainly lacking a cutting edge in and around the penalty area, and there were one or two moments that we should have and could have done an awful lot better in front of goal. But the signs were positive. Very pleased with some of the performances within that group against quite a robust Edmonton group, and with a couple of little changes and some information at half time, where the break can sometimes prove to be a problem for teams. It puts a bit of a plug between the momentum that you've built and then the opportunity for the opposing side to really try and get themselves back in the game. But I thought we carried that momentum on. In fact, I felt we improved in the second period. We looked stronger towards the end. And my only worry was that we weren't going to carve out the sort of opportunity that might be necessary in open play. There were some last-ditch challenges from the Edmonton defenders, and they managed to somehow, some way keep their goal intact. And it took an absolute peach of a goal from Junior to break the deadlock, and I honestly thought that a goal would be enough. They just hadn't really threatened anywhere near enough for us to be too concerned about what was going on the other way. We've been positive anyway. Last week's performance was a very good one, and but for some abnormalities within the game at specific times, we might well have got what we deserved last week. The guys have stayed buoyant and upbeat. They've worked hard this week. I think they realise that we're moving in a very good direction. We're not an easy touch here now, and I think our results and our performances have shown that. And with those added bodies in the window, I think we've shown that there's more creativity. We can score from different opportunities and areas in the game. And that always makes for a difficult prospect when you're playing against us here. Concern was always going to be, with your captain missing and playing through the middle of that three. He's a good organiser, and I said it at the end last week. He's a real big influence back there, and I think those three lads have done a terrific job up until now. So the question marks for me were who played centrally to take up that bigger guidance through the middle there, and then of course does Paul stay where he is because he's been performing well, and the choices were going to be Abdul, Mo or Dominic. Dominic hasn't had quite enough practice time. He's been out a long while with this Achilles problem, and I just felt that Mo was in a better place. He came on last week and showed some really good signs, and I thought he was excellent today. He couldn't have performed any better. He has a nasty knock to his head just before half time, and I think a lot of players might have seen that as the opportunity to get out of the equation. He'd done great the first half, and they might have said that'll do me, but he stuck with it. He was very, very strong, both mentally and physically, and I thought he did a wonderful job, as did the other two as well. Rashawn, really wore the armband with a lot of pride, and I would have to say, probably played one of his best games here that I've seen. He was completely in control of a very difficult opponent.
Stu wasn't tested often, but when he was up to the challenge.
Listen, Stu does a tremendous job back there. My only one or two grievances were that, on two occasions he was a little bit rash with some distribution out of the back, which offered them an opportunity. But look, we're trying to play from the back and work those angles and play through the midfield and be more creative and more constructive. And the fact is, when you do that, there are going to be some mistakes. And, fortunately, we didn't pay the price today. I didn't feel, we deserved to pay the price. But as we all know, it doesn't always work out that way.
We knew it was going to be a tough game. We knew that it was going to be a very close game. We're tied in the table with them, and we knew that it was a big game for us. So, we had a game plan. We knew that we could either score in the first minute or the 90th minute, and you know, I think all the boys put a good shift, and you know, I was lucky enough to put away a goal that helped the team win. You know, we knew that, you know, losing Simon was a big loss for us. You know, he's a captain, he's a big part of the puzzle. But you know, we knew that it was time for other people to step up. You know, I think Abdul put a great 90 minutes into the team. You know, he hasn't played in a while, and he came in and was perfect for us. Rashawn, you know, Paul Black, everybody, Stu. Everybody was tight in the back, you know, that we barely gave any chances for them to even have a chance to score at us, and you know, we got a shutout. That's huge for them and for the whole team. Yeah, I think we needed to play games. You know, I think together we needed to play games. We needed to know what it feels like to lose, to know what it feels like to tie, to win. And I think that now the team has experience. You know, we have a lot of games under our belt together. We know that what it feels like to go down a goal or to go up a goal. You know, and so for us going to the last part of the season, it's huge for us. It's a huge confidence boost for us. And I think, you know, the coaching staff has done a great job with this.